Wow. And we are live. Happy Wednesday from wherever you're watching us from. And good evening and good afternoon, my business partners. I know as with Mary, we are here in Kenya, where it's good evening, and Beverly is in US, where it is good afternoon. And we are so grateful to be here today again. And thank you for coming to listen and get inspired on today's topic. We are very happy to have you each and every time that you're coming to watch us. And I hope we have so many sessions and you will join any session that you feel that you want to follow us for you to understand what the online business is all about. Each and every day we come with a different topic. We come with a different discussion. Just sometimes we have the request from our viewers and sometimes we just have to select a topic to come up and discuss. So whenever you see us, sometimes they will not deeply discussing the online business is because of some of the requests that we are having. And also sometimes we find that we need to do something just to empower people, just to educate people, and also to inspire others. So today we have a very exciting discussion. We are going to talk about the discipline in the online business and how it impacts us in our normal lives. And I just want to say that discipline is not for everyone, because sometimes we need to be successful because of the discipline that we have among ourselves or in us. But you'll find that sometimes we have the plans, we have a to-do list, we have so many things to do, but the discipline, we don't keep it up with the discipline. And I want to say that the people who get success, the people who are successful, are not those people who are educated, are not those people who are in the books every day. It's those people who are consistent and they have disciplined themselves and they know what they are supposed to do. That is why they become successful. Even in this online business, for those people who are very successful, for those people that we have seen testimonials, it is those people that kept the discipline and they said, I have to keep going on. I have to keep moving on no matter what. So when you have the discipline, you will not be distracted because you know what you want to do. You know where you want to be. You know what you are doing. And you get disciplined yourself and personally, and you keep moving. And that is why people get success. And even in our normal circumstances, even where you are, if you're working, if you want that promotion, nobody will promote you without discipline. If you want to succeed, nobody will see your success without discipline. And I've really even tested myself here sometimes when I want to keep things in order and when I want to keep, anytime I do away with the discipline, you find that there is a total mess, even in the things that I'm planning. Even for us who are disciplining our children, sometimes, not even sometimes, this discipline should start with us for the children to see how disciplined you are. Then they can fall into the system. But you find if you do away with the discipline, then there will be no success in any way, that anything that you're doing. So today we are going to discuss this topic, and because it's a very wide topic, we'll not be able to go through everything. So we'll have a continuation of this next week on Monday, so that we can have to get more and to understand more. And to start with, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Paris Mogane. I am the face behind the Paris Mogane Online that you see each and every day on the Facebook, and also a business mentor and a CEO of ParisMoganeDigital.com. And I keep saying that this is where our shop is. We don't open a shop anywhere or outside. This is our shop. The online space is our shop. This is where we come to talk about our online business, because this business is done through attraction marketing and even affiliate marketing. So for those who keep asking us for the shop, we do not have a shop. As we start, I'm going to give my business partners a chance to introduce themselves and to tell them what they are doing as they take each and every part of this discipline discussion today, and how it has impacted their lives, or how it is they are planning to have their discipline if they are not they have not put the systems in place for the discipline, how they are planning to put that in place. So to start with, I'm going to invite Beverly, and as I invite Beverly, as I keep saying, our audience, ensure that you have your note and a pen. And also, invite a friend. Don't hear this one alone. Just keep sharing this discussion, and you will help someone. Maybe They have never heard of it, or they have heard of it, but they don't know how to start it. So keep sharing this discussion. You'll be helping someone else outside there, and you'll be doing a great thing. So to start with, I want us, Beverly, to say hi to us and to tell us, discipline is the backbone of the online success. How is it a backbone, and how does it impact our lives in this online space? So Beverly, welcome. Say hi to our audience as you take up the first discussion. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Paris. Thank you, Mary. And I'm always happy to be here on this platform, joining my wonderful business partners. So as Paris mentioned, my name is Beverly Cole. I am a wife. I am a mother. I have 2 adult children. I've been married for many years and I now reside in Florida. I also am a very proud digital business owner. Previous to being a business owner, I was a teacher. And so now I'm retired and I'm enjoying life as a online business owner. So today our discussion is on discipline. All right, discipline is the backbone for online success. We all need discipline, and we need discipline in all areas of life, really. So why is it so important? Well, number one, we have to be consistent. All right, because the consistency creates momentum. Online requires you to show up regularly, not just when you feel like, just you show up on a regular basis. Because you know what, we're posting, we're learning, we're building, and we're engaging. Even on those days when the motivation feels low, we turn up. We're consistent, okay? And that's part of the discipline that we need. Also, self-management is essential. We have to manage ourselves, okay? That's also part of the discipline that we have. When we work online and we have our own business, there's no one telling us that we have to work 8 hours or we have to work 4 hours. That's an employee mindset. But as a business owner, you have to have that built-in clock, which we can call a built-in coach that will help keep you on track. Okay, you need that discipline, because if you're like myself, I'm enjoying this stage of my life and I would just stay on online for hours. And that's not always good for mental health and for overall well-being. So we need to have that self-management, which is essential to keep us in checks and balances. The other thing that we need as for discipline is long-term vision requires daily action. Okay, long-term vision requires daily action. Results don't appear overnight. Discipline ensures that we keep moving and progress is made. Although sometimes we feel that progress is slow, but we have to keep moving, okay? This is not a quick, rich, or get quick, rich type of business that we have here. It's a business that requires you to be disciplined. It requires consistency. It requires, as I said, self-management. And you have to have a vision, okay? All right. So the other thing that it also helps is to eliminate distraction. Discipline helps to eliminate distraction. I'm sure if you're like most people, you go online and your focus was, before you went online, was to look for something. Maybe you're booking an airline ticket, maybe you're shopping, but as you're scrolling, you find yourself wandering off and doing other things. And then you have to pull yourself back together and say, no, this is not what I came online to do. I came online for such a thing. And so it does help you when you have that discipline. It helps to keep you on track so that you will work on what truly matters. All right. And the other thing with discipline, it helps you to build trust and reliability. And what do I mean by that? Well, when you're consistent, and you show up daily or regularly, well, it helps your audience and your business partners and your networking partners to look at you as someone who is dependable. Dependable, and it strengthens your reputation. So going online has a whole facet to it. It includes being disciplined. Okay, so we don't just go online for going online's sake. We're focused. We stay focused. We show up daily. We're consistent. Okay, and all that helps to build our reputation, not only with our business partners, but also with our audience. Okay, so hopefully I've given you a few things on being disciplined, why it's important to be disciplined. And I know my business partners will take it from here and they will include some other things that we need to know in order to be successful online. And so with that, I'm going to turn back over to Paris and say, Paris, I'm finished talking about discipline and the backbone of success online. And I know you will finish off between you and Mary. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll be very for those points. And to our audience, if you were taking notes, very important points there. And I will not really add more, just to tell you, as you've heard Beverly saying, so discipline is not really about the perfection. It's that commitment that you have. Keep going, because that is how now you'll build the trust. So keep going. So I want to take now this session again, and I want to give Mary, just unmute yourself and say hi to our audience as you tell us how discipline creates long-term results and how it impacts our life. So thank you very much, Mary.
Thank you. Thank you, Paris. Good evening to you. Good evening to you, Beverly. It's another opportunity to be here, and we're always happy actually when we come together. It is not just ordinary. We don't take it for granted, for we know this is God's plan for us to be here to impact somebody out there, somebody that could be looking for this information, that we come here and we are so glad to share it out, because if someone did not share the same information before we joined this business, we wouldn't have known that there was a business like this one. But because somebody put out the information out there, so we are challenged as well to put the information out there for you that is out there looking for a solution that can help you in your daily life. My name is Mary. I am a mom, and I am a proud digital business owner. I'm a humanitarian by profession, but I am in this business now for almost 1 year now. It's actually a few days before I do my 1 year anniversary. And I am glad that I found this business at the time that I found it, because for sure, it has impacted me in ways that I never thought, that probably in ways that my job would never have impacted me. So I've been tasked to talk about, we are talking about discipline actually, and it's a wide topic. And I will talk about how discipline creates long-term results. Some of the things that I'm going to discuss tonight have actually been mentioned by Beverly, because some of these things actually tie in with each other. So it is not extraordinarily new. Some of the things perhaps you might hear that she has already mentioned, but we keep going and we keep pushing and we keep saying them so that it can actually give you further insights into the entire topic. And the first thing I want to say is that digital success is actually a product of daily discipline. It is not, the success in digital business is not something that you just get in one day. it compounds over time. So it is something that you have to plant, just like a farmer does in the farm, just like a farmer prepares the land, plants the crops, and nurtures the plants, so that at the end of the day, they are going to get a harvest. That is the same thing with a digital business. So discipline, the first thing it does, it plants seeds daily, even when you don't see the growth in it. So in the beginning, when you start the business, you actually feel like nothing is happening. Yeah. You post consistently. For example, you put your post out there, there is no engagement, or nobody actually engages you. You promote your business, nobody signs up yet. You follow up with people, they tell you, let me think about it. Those are some of the things that you will experience in this business, but that doesn't mean that nothing is happening. Your business is still taking root, even when you're not seeing anything happening. Now, I want to give an example of a babu plant, or a babu tree. A babu is a plant that stays, when you plant the seed, it stays underground for actually 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years, not months, not days, years. It is under the soil. Nothing, you don't see anything on top. So you actually think that it died a long time ago. Now, after the 3 to 5 years, you know what happens? It shoots up, and now you can see it above the ground. And for the next 6 weeks, 6 weeks only, compared to 3 to 5 years, for the next 6 weeks, the babu tree grows up to a height of 90 feet. So you can imagine the speed at which it grows after having lied low for 3 to 5 years underground without anything happening. But of course, it is not that nothing was happening. It was growing the root system. So underground, what was happening, that it was establishing itself to get a very strong foundation. So the moment it shoots up on the earth, it goes up. And in 6 weeks, you have the babu tree up 90 feet high. So everything that you plant, everything that you do daily compounds at the end of the day. And that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing is that discipline turns your brand, you into a brand that people trust. Remember, in this online business, you are the brand yourself. You are that brand that you want to create. People do not buy the first time they see you. And the reason is because they have to build trust in you as a brand that you're representing. Now, people, when you keep showing up consistently online like we do here, people start trusting you, the brand that you're representing. They start thinking that this person can be trusted. They start seeing that you're serious in the message that you're putting out here. They start seeing that you're not going anywhere. You're here to stay, and we keep reminding people that we're here to stay. And then they can actually now invest in your business after establishing that, oh, this brand, this person, this Maria Online, this Paris, this Beverly, they are here to stay. They are not going anywhere. Then they have confidence in actually engaging with you. And of course, we all have that testimony that the people that are actually buying into our business are people that have watched us here for a while. They don't just come one day and they buy in. They come, they watch, they study, they look at you, they see what is it you're doing, is this thing genuine, and then they actually buy in. Yeah. Now, the third thing that I want to talk about is discipline compounds just like interest in savings account. You know, the way we save money, and you put money in a bank, in a savings account, and it compounds, it grows. Now, small daily habits produce results. For example, when you post online, because we post on the social media platforms, if you do a post every day, in 365 days, those are the days of the year, you'll have done 365 posts. Now, those 365 posts are actually 365 opportunities to have impacted somebody. So discipline compounds like that, that when you do something, imagine us, we come online here to do a live stream, and we do it three times in a week. So in a year, how many times have we done live stream? 100 times, like 156 times, because we are consistent. And so we have had opportunities in 1 year to impact somebody, with repeated information, different information are shared differently in 1 year. And that compounds interest. So even when someone decides to pick up the business, they have seen us, they have established that we are true, they have established what we are doing is actually a genuine business, and therefore they can onboard without any worry. Now, the fourth thing is that discipline makes you better as a person, and better people usually get better results. So discipline makes you better when you consistently do something, when you consistently talk about the business, when you consistently create content, when you show up for trainings, repeatedly, consistently, you naturally get better at what you're doing. You get better at presenting, you get better at speaking, you get better at communicating, you get better at influencing. And therefore, this makes you become a better person, a better brand for yourself, and eventually a better business overall. And finally, number 5, business helps you to outlast the quitters. Now, in this business, let me tell you something. There are people who come today and they quit after a very short while. And the reason they quit is because what they wanted was probably to get rich quickly. And we keep telling you here that this business, you're not coming here to get rich tomorrow. But we can assure you that if you stay around and you keep doing what you need to do, you will eventually get rich. It may not be in one day, it may not be in 1 month, but you will get to achieve what it is you're looking for. Now, the online space is full of people, and very few people stay, So many give up after maybe 2 weeks, maybe after 1 month, when they see there's no response or people are not responding the way maybe they expected, they quit. 3 weeks of inconsistency, they start coming in. Today they present, tomorrow they disappear, the other day they come. But guess what? The people that succeed in the online space are the people who stay, the people who are consistent, the people that keep showing up, the people that refuse to quit are the people that have success. Now, I want you to picture a marathon. A marathon is not like a sprint. Yeah. Many people start a marathon. Actually, at the starting point, you see a whole lot of people starting. But how many people finish that marathon? A lot of people drop along the way. Why do they drop? Because they give up along the way. They feel like they're tired. They cannot do this. They cannot. And eventually you have just a few people finishing the marathon. Now, the people that finish the marathon are not necessarily the fastest people. And that is, if you have been watching marathons, you know that. They are not necessarily the fastest people, but they are simply the people that kept going when others were quitting. Okay? So you may not be the smartest online, but if you keep being consistent, if you keep being disciplined and doing what you need to do on a daily basis, then you're going to get your success that you're looking for. You're going to get what it is that you came here for. You're going to realize your why. You're going to reach the destination that you initially set. You're going to go to your mission and get the success and get the income that you're looking for. So if you're looking for maybe a retirement package, you're going to get it eventually, but you have to stick around. You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent, and you have to keep going. Thank you so much. I think that's all I had for tonight. Back to you, Paris.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mary, for those great points. And our viewers and our audience, if you really taking notes, those notes are very, very important. And as my business partner, Mary, was speaking, I was remembering the story I was watching recently of someone who has really achieved a milestone. And when I was listening to the person, given even the challenges that they went through, I sat down and I was asking myself, Paris, if this is your story, could you have continued, or you could have quitted long time ago? And being myself, being me, and that is why I'm saying this online business, if you key and you really know what you want to do, each and every day you learn, it motivates you, because for me, I felt like I could have, but for her, she never quitted. She kept going on. And that is what Mary was talking about. And I was listening to her talking about marathon, and I was seeing that lady speaker. She was in marathon, and she was in athletic, and she finished, or she's doing something great because of being disciplined. And discipline is key. Totally. It is not about your education. I will keep saying this, because you can't be educated free. You can't be in the social media platform. You have all the experience, but if you are not disciplined, you will not take it. You will not be able to do it. So Thank you very much, Mary, for giving us even those examples. They are very important to us. They are sticking to our minds as we continue having this discussion. And as we wind up, I just want to talk about discipline, how discipline helps us stay focused on our goals, or even on your goals. And one thing I want to talk about is discipline removes distraction. Because now when you are set and you're ready to go, you will not be able to be distracted in any way, because now you have a commitment to do, you have a goal to achieve. So what you do naturally, when you are disciplined, you automatically say no to any distraction. Any time that you want to steal your time, any unnecessary scrolling, maybe you're doing something and it is not yours. You cannot get in there and start scrolling. You cannot even get time to gossip anything. You cannot even get time to postpone things. You cannot even get time to do comparison of things, because you are disciplined and you know where you are going. So you are just saying no to any distraction, and you will keep moving. And as I was listening to that story, I'm telling you, I was listening to that lady, and I could see her, I could picture her focusing forward and heading to where her goal is. And that is wonderful. So for us to make sure that we are disciplined, we have to ensure that the discipline removes any distraction, and it has to come from your mind, because sometimes even ourselves, our friends, the people surrounding us, the environment, so many other things, it comes and clogs our mind, and we no longer now have the discipline that we need to have. So I want to tell you, if you are disciplined, just focus. Check, have your checklist again, and remove anything that you find that it is not working for you to be able to attain the goal that you have. The other thing I want to talk about is discipline keeps your mind clear. When you are disciplined, you will not have a clutter. You reduce mental clutter. That is what I can put it. You will not have clutters in your mind. You're clogged. You're trying to think. You cannot even think. You stop worrying about what to do next, because you already have a plan in place and you are going with your plan. Whatever is not working, and that is why we also encourage people to review their goals like weekly. So check whether you are able to achieve your goals, or depending on your goals, the way you've planned them, keep checking them, and you can tell this one is working, this is not working, how can I change it? That is why we have those goals there, to keep checking them and ensure that if we find that something is not working, you check already and renew it and check it again, so that you are able to continue with your plan, because you already have a plan. So if you have a plan, if it is not working, you will be able to check and say it is not working. That does not mean you're going back. You are just reviewing it, so that your mind can still continue being clear. The other thing I want to talk about is discipline turns goals into daily habits. I know Mary has mentioned about daily thing and to do a daily routine. So for you to be successful, it is that thing that you're doing daily. So instead of waiting for a motivation, you wait for someone to motivate you. Discipline turns your goal into small daily actions. You can actually maintain them. So your discipline is the one that you turn. It will give you the motivation. So, and this is where we also come and tell you, celebrate your small wins. Today you did something, and don't expect someone else to come and tell. Just celebrate yourself. You achieved something. You have learned something new. Just clap for yourself, because sometimes we wait for someone else to come and tell us you're doing well. If you're waiting for someone to come and tell you you're doing well, you might wait maybe for long. So celebrate those small wins, those small wins, because that daily action that you have put in place every day when you're coming, waking up in the morning, you have your plan, you have your program, and you're checking. By the evening, you will be able to tell, how did my program go today? Did I waste any time? The other day I was looking at my checklist, and I was asking myself, do I waste time every day? And I found that I'm wasting time sometimes. I'm wasting. And I was trying to check, how can I fix this time and do something constructive? That is how you also check on your discipline, because through these daily actions, you will be able even to gauge yourself and ask yourself whether you're doing the right thing, and then whether you're using your time well. Because when you lose your time, that is where you're losing your discipline as well, because you'll not be able to achieve what you're supposed to achieve. And the last thing I want to talk about is discipline helps you work with purpose, not emotions. How many times we get into the emotions, and especially in this online business, you get someone is following you, has been faithfully following you, but they come to your chat and you realize, what kind of a chat is this? And you bro out. The emotions have come in. Instead of realizing, I am here to do this. That person have seen, maybe they don't know. Let me answer them. This is how I'm going to respond. And you use the emotions. I've just used the online business as an example, because when you're working on the online space, you all know whether you're doing the online business or not. There are people who are there, are stuck there to test your character. And if your character is not disciplined, you will deal with them the way you want to deal with them. You bring in emotions. Don't bring emotions. Look at your purpose, because your purpose is the one that will make you keep going. So even on the days that you feel tired or overwhelmed, discouraged, this praise says, we are still moving on. So we have to move on, even when you have that character in your messenger, even when you have that person who is bolting your discipline and trying to check whether whatever you talk about is what you mean, because we might come here talk great things, but in the real sense things are different behind the curtain. So discipline will make you say, I will still keep moving. Let me respond to this person in a way, the best way I can. When they come later, there is a way we deal with them. So you are not there to have that curtain and you feel like, if this online business is all about this, no, let me quit. It is not time to quit. It is time to tell yourself that we are still moving on, even when these are not working. You have to be committed. So your emotions stop being the driver. So don't let your emotions to be the driver, because if your emotions are the driver, you will not get to success. You will not be consistent. No. When we started this online business, I remember the messages I was getting. Wow. They were too tough and difficult, and I kept asking because I thought it is me. Now being on the online, and it's the first time you have never been on, you just hear things. And when I started asking people, others were saying, that one, just leave that. You can just ignore them and keep moving, because they were tough. They were making my head and my hair stand, and I was like, okay. But because of the community of guiding me, the people you have gone through this path, and this is what we keep telling you, that we have a great community. So whenever you ask them something, they're able even, so it is normal. So for me, I felt it is normal, and they advised me what to do. So they improved my thinking, my mentality, and even I stopped. If I had started working with the emotions, I stopped, because every day you find something, another day you find something, and you're like, should I stop posting? No, you should not stop posting. You should continue, because now we know that the discipline is now our driver. It is not the emotions that is our driver. And when you do that, you'll be able to be very successful, because discipline is all about showing up with intention and even trying to be very committed. If you were not committed, I don't know where we could be. And as we said from the beginning, discipline is not about perfection. So you're perfect as you continue. Just be consistent, do what you're doing. And then the final thing that I talk about is discipline is about trusting that every step is guided by God and leading you closer to the future you are praying for. So if you have been praying for something, you have been praying for your business, you have been praying for whatever you are doing, then you are disciplined. Then you will be able to achieve what you want, because God is in your steps and is ordering your steps. And you remember, even when we are talking about God, obedience is the key. And you have to be obedient. So you have to be obedient on what you have put in place that you need to do. That is where the discipline comes in. So, and with that, we have come to the end of our session, and we just want to remind our viewers, maybe it is your first time you're watching us, and you don't know how you can get to learn more about this online business. Below our pictures, you can see our website. That's our website. That is our starting point, and this is where now the discipline starts, because we tell people, get into anyone that you have related with and watch a free webinar. And you find people are telling you, just tell me how it is. If you cannot discipline yourself to watch a free webinar, let me tell you, and I keep saying this online business really need a lot of discipline, because when you get in, the resources that you get there, the materials that you get there, it is not for the fainted. You have to have a schedule and say, I have to go this step by step. So if at the beginning we tell you watch a free webinar, that is 90 minutes, and there's also another one for 20 minutes, but for 20 minutes, just a summary, you might not be able to get in everything. And you cannot watch that. I don't know how you will continue with this. So if you're a go-getter, you're looking for something, you have been there, wanting to change your life, want to change the life of your children, want to create a business, a legacy. I keep saying that your payslip, you will not share it with your kids. You will not even, you will not leave it under the hands of your children. So, but on this online business, there's something that you're building even for your future, for the future of your children. So if you're there looking for something like that, whether you're employed, whether you're looking for a job, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you're a stay-at-home dad, whatever your circumstance right now, and you're feeling inside yourself that you're ready to go for it. We don't look at the perfection. We don't look at your qualification, because when you come here, you're just coming with your mind and a ready and willing mind, because all the resources are here for you to start what you need to start. And the community is also here for you to be able to support you. If you're that person, check under our website. Watch the first free webinar that you find there. There are live sessions that come on Tuesdays and also on Thursdays. I know depending with the country that you're in, they come very late, like now in Kenya. But if you're from other different countries like US or Canada or any other, you are able to catch up when they're there. But you can also watch our replay. So if you're that person and willing, check our website, get in with your valid email address, see what is inside, and from there you can start the communication and tell you the next step, which is paying $149 for you to be able to do the due diligence of this online business. And with that, we just want to appreciate, let me see whether we have someone. We have the Sun. Thank you for watching us and liking our discussion. And for those who be coming to watch us later, we just want to appreciate you very much. And thank you for being there. Thank you for coming to see what you have done, even when we are live and you are not there. So with that, we just want to say bye until next week. God bless you. Thank you.